I'm back, and this is my ACS Vanilla series gameplay part 93. And in the last video, I was working towards setting up my Shendao's legacy artifacts so that I can add some subspirits to them. And I encountered an issue because my cultivator actually ran out of orthodox ways to increase their artifact battle power, which is the addp value, and that's what you're transferring over when you use subspirits. And I incorrectly tried to increase their addp value by adding unorthodox manuals. However, the unorthodox manuals do not count towards subspirits for the purposes of adding artifact power, and I explained why near the tail end of the last video. There is pretty much a difference between unorthodox manuals and orthodox manuals in terms of the modifier that they add. So now I need to move forward with actually transferring over the stats from Subspirit Turtle first generation into my second generation turtle, because this one actually does have some addp over, and then I can continue to create subspirits with that. So firstly, I just want to make sure that I maximize the amount of subspirits that this guy has before he takes over the body of the new guy. So I'm thinking that I either want to use spirit splitting, or I want to just go through the manual, and I want to also go through the manual pavilion and just kind of see what else I can do. It looks like I did already consume most of the pills, so I'm just going to start off by going to the manual pavilion and searching up subspirit, just to see if there's any manuals that I may have missed. So it looks like I missed the wise detachment and I missed spirit splitting manual. So these are going to give me 2 subspirits in total, and then I can do spirit splitting to add some more. I'm actually a little bit too lazy to actually finish out and collect the remainder of the subspirits that this guy can collect. Right now they have, let's see, they have attained 46 subspirits. That means that I can attain 18 more subspirits if I wanted to, and this guy actually can survive 1 billion tribulations. However, it's just too much work for me right now, and it would just be too time consuming when I really just want to focus on my Shendao disciples. So I'm going to move forward with actually just using spirit splitting and then moving forward with that. And then besides that, I only have 3 more artifacts that I need to subspirit, so just having like 6 subspirits is more than enough. However, I do have a fair amount of subspirits on my generation 2 turtle. Let's see, I'm just going to remove all of their clothes as well, just because they won't need them, because they will be taking over the other guy's body. I just want to make sure they all are in this nice pile over here. And then additionally, even my generation 2 turtle has some additional subspirits that they can subspirit, so they can actually add like subspirits that increase artifact speed and all different sorts of types of things that I may want. However, again, I'm just being lazy. But typically in like a normal gameplay, I would probably make at least some level of effort to subspirit some of these manuals, because there are some level 5 manuals that are really good, and even level 6 manuals. So like for example, I can subspirit Primordial Nimbus Spirit, CD Stoic. Like there's definitely a lot that I can profit from, but I'm just going the fast route for now. So I'm actually going to move forward and drop these items down over here as well. Definitely have to drop these 6 artifacts down. Let's see. And then I'm going to drop this full set of gear, just to clear up any confusion that may happen. So let me also ban this gear. Alright, so now that all of the gear is dropped, I can now move forward with learning Rebirth on my generation 2 turtle. And sadly, this guy has 482 million inspiration, so I'm going to be losing that. I'm also going to be losing a really good branch leader for my disciples, so there's a lot that I'm losing for this, just to kind of see like what the best stuff would be. So I'm going to move forward and learn this rebirth technique. And this miracle right here is called rebirth, and you can use this to rebirth your cultivator just by having to use a soul pearl, and it just uses the soul pearl to like rebirth and run their golden core. And then on the other hand, I need my disciple right here to learn greater possession so that they can possess him. But I think I actually do want to hold off on using the rebirth. Let's see. So I'll get greater possession, and I would need to rebirth this guy because you just need to be immortal in order to be able to possess. Like, you cannot possess a cultivator, so you have to rebirth the guy and then possess them. But even though they're reset to immortal, their subspirit set is still under their specific body, which is like the NPC specifically that was used, so everything will be fine. So before I do the possession, I also want to equip some panacea pills, just so that I can do some soul splitting first. And I'm just going to continue to soul split until I just can't no more. And I kind of also want to wait until like the last minute to rebirth this guy, just because I know that sometimes things can get weird based on like tribulation clause and stuff like that, and I think a tribulation might just trigger instantly when I do the possession. So I just want to be able to do everything like quickly. Alright, so now that I have my subspirit generation 1 turtle, I want to accumulate subspirits by using spirit splitting. And spirit splitting is a skill that reduces your cultivator's total max chi and their lifespan in order to gain a subspirit, and then you can continuously do splitting and splitting and splitting over and over again in order to gain more subspirits. However, spirit splitting is very damaging to your cultivator, so you need to pop a panacea pill and then like spam spirit splitting while you have the panacea buff, because it will prevent your cultivator from incurring any more injuries. So just because I just read that it needs lifespan, I'm actually going to go into the main pavilion and add some lifespan as well. Oh, it looks like this guy already has most of the lifespan manuals, I guess. Yeah. Okay, so the lifespan manuals that I have available are mainly unorthodox manuals, and this guy already has too much unorthodox attainment. So I guess I'll just do spirit splitting until I run out of whatever lifespan I have now. And I only have 789, so I'm going to show you guys what spirit splitting looks like. So again, when you want to do spirit splitting, the first thing you want to do is spirit split, and then you want to play your game on 1 SP, and then as soon as the spirit split ends, you want to pop a panacea pill, because they're going to get this injury. And then my cultivator also gained a subspirit, as you can see. But now that the panacea pill bonus is here, you just want to do spirit splitting yet again, and you just want to stop them from doing whatever they're doing, just so that they can instantly spirit split for the full duration of the panacea pill miracle, or the panacea pill buff. So now I want to do another spirit splitting. So as you can see, you can get a couple of spirit splits in using a panacea pill. So it's like very useful, because you can't spirit split if your health is like reduced because you have too many injuries from doing spirit split. So that's also something to consider. So you can see right here, I was able to do like 3 to 4 spirit splits with just one panacea miracle, one panacea pill, not miracle. I don't know why I keep thinking about that. And as you can see, my cultivator went from 1 million to 929,000 chi, and let's see, the lifespan costs are now 360. So I think this will be like the last round that I'll be able to do, just because this guy doesn't have that much lifespan. But let me just see if I have consumed the eternity pill with this guy. Yep, I did consume an eternity pill with this guy, so I don't really see any other ways that I will be able to incur lifespan on them. Okay, so yeah, we're just gonna do some more spirit splitting. And then my health is fully healed. Oh, I did lifespan tribulations on this guy. Okay, I know what happened now. That's interesting. I don't know why it's saying it calls 640 lifespan, and it says I have 789 left over, but I'm not losing any lifespan because this is at 999 and this is at 210. Oh, maybe I just didn't refresh it. Yeah, I don't know what this is, but this definitely looks like a bug. Huh. So it seems like I didn't lose any lifespan. Maybe I'm over capped on lifespan. That would be the only thing that would make sense. And it costs 810 lifespan, but I have a gap of 789 lifespan, so the game is just registering it as that. Huh. That's yet another bug that I'll have to do some more investigating on. That is super weird, but anyways, I was able to do spirit splitting without losing any lifespan apparently, because I guess I'm capped out. Yeah, so my lifespan didn't go below 9,999, and my max chi went down by like 200,000. So now we have what, 15 subspirits now. So I was able to get like, I think 10 subspirits. No, I got 7 because I had 17 left over. So I got 7 subspirits from doing that, which is pretty profitable. So now that that's done, I can now move forward and work on the possession. So let me actually make a save sum, just because I do anticipate a tribulation. So I just want to make sure like nothing weird happens with this possession. So this would be like day, I'm just going to name the day 616, and hopefully I'll catch up on my days. Possess. Gen 2 turtle. Just waiting for my game to load now. So now I have my generation 2 turtle right here, and it's pretty much time for me to do a rebirth on them. I'm thinking that I actually do want to give them some gear that gives like them flight as well though. So let me just make something really quick, because they're turtle disciples, so they're just going to be moving really slow and it probably will annoy me. So let's see, I'll just take these 2 offcuts right here, and then I guess it doesn't matter, they're going to be possessed like really quickly anyways. I'm just thinking a little bit too much about it. Alright, so let's start this process. So generation 2 turtle, I'm going to do a rebirth on them by using the soul pearl. So it's pretty much a free rebirth. And generation 2's body still remains, so all of the subspirit gears that they have attached is still the same way. It still works the same pretty much. As you can see, they still have 12 out of 18, but now I can possess generation 2's body since they rebirth with a Yang God possession. And this is going to destroy this guy's cultivation, but it's going to be worth it because I'm going to overpower the subspirit situation. So yeah, this is what I was talking about. So I am just getting a tribulation cloud. So just from me doing that possession gave me a tribulation cloud, right? And it actually ended up killing my generation 2, and that's just really annoying. But luckily I do have Shendao disciples, so I can actually move forward and revive them. But right here, this is subspirit turtle now possessing generation 2 turtle. So as you can see, the inspiration is only 800 or 8.295 million, and they have 15 subspirits now and they haven't attained 10, whereas my other guy has 64 subspirits. And besides that, these are still subspirit level 6, or I guess level 7, based on how many they've given. But now they definitely have that addp value. So now I'm going to move forward and use my Shendao Disciple to revive this guy, because I honestly don't know what the logic was behind like this guy having to face a demigod tribulation instantly just from them possessing that guy. But luckily we have Shendao Disciple, so we can defy the annoying parts of the game. So I'm just gonna add this Ferryman guard, and then have Shendao Sis use resurrection spell on Generation 2 Turtle, because they're still in a dying stage. And Generation 2 Turtle is now not Generation 2 Turtle, but the other guy. So now we're just gonna revive this guy. So I don't know, maybe you might need a Shendao to even be able to pull this type of thing off. So now Subspirit Turtle 2's body is gone, and they're dead, and now we just have Generation 2 Turtle. And they have this tired debuff, so let me try to remove this as well. I don't think... Let me first assign this guy to a chi cushion, because I'm kind of getting annoyed by having to like just look around so much. So let's give this guy the chi cushion. Now this is the first generation turtle and the second generation turtle's body, and hopefully they will practice. This goes away in 17 days. That's annoying. Let's see if I can find a way to override it. Generation 2 turtle, Generation 2 turtle. Then let me try to whatever. So this guy died, which was expected, because they just possessed another guy, so it's a different body. But that is a demigod body. I could honestly use puppet mastery in order to make them a pretty good vessel. And I did actually kill my vessel from before because it was annoying me when I was trying to farm with unorthodox manuals. So let me search. I think it's called puppet mastery or soul mastery. Yeah, soul mastery. And then this guy has horrible mental state due to many different things. So let me see if I can just pop a story talisman on them. Of course it's a relic. Okay, so now that they have the story talisman on them, they're good. So this guy right here should be going to learn puppet mastery soon, or soul mastery. So now that we have soul mastery, I should be able to use this on this guy to have like a demigod puppet. That'll be a pretty good vessel. It's going to be fast because the speed of the vessel is dependent on the cultivation level of the guy. So we are repurposing the body of the original body of Subspirit Turtle, and they still have some of their stats right here, which is interesting. So anyways, back to the main event. Now that Generation 2 Turtle's body is now occupied by Subspirit Turtle, the original turtle, we now should have the modifier that we needed in order to create the subspirits that we wanted. And then besides that, because I rebirthed, the body also lost its medicine resistances, so I can actually add even more subspirits, even though I don't have means like spirit splitting, and I'm obviously not strong enough to face tribulation anymore because I lost my golden core score. So like, if you go down here, you can see it has the golden core score quality, but I don't get a bonus from it. So now I can just consume some of these pills. So I believe the Marrow pill gives a subspirit. Let's see. This one right here delays tribulation, so I definitely want this. And then this one right here also delays tribulation, so let's just start off with these two. So now I have my tribulation timer delayed, and then that guy just moves super slow, so I'm going to pick up a spirit contract. And then let's see which pills I will need to use to add even more subspirits. So if I just go to the subspirit page, because I completely forgot, just going to do a manual search. The hyphen. So I need division pill, unison pill, prime pill, cat soul gem, and then all of the elixirs. So yeah, if you look into the disciple, because I rebirthed them, they just have the same resistances, so they don't have any of those things. So this guy now doesn't even have cis artifact slots anymore. They don't have any of those elixirs or anything, and you can use that to your advantage by like just taking over a body, rebirthing, and utilizing the medicine resistances instead of like actually having to farm the subspirits, depending on how rich you are later in the game. So I'm gonna have them eat the cat soul gem, and then I think they need a panacea pill because their health is a little bit lower. Then I do have one of each elixir. So dragon elixir, torch elixir, and then the phoenix elixir. And then besides that, I need to look for a prime pill. I don't have that. I'm fine with not having that. And then a unison pill, and then division pill. Okay, at least I have the division pill. This one reduces mental state by 30, which is not the best, but it's okay. So now that I'm popping these pills, I'm gaining subspirits if my game will stop giving me like a ridiculous amount of pop-ups. So now right here, I'm at 17, 18, 19, I'm at 20 subspirits. So now I just only have 5 to obtain. So this is pretty much how you would like accumulate subspirits, like, and I guess a way in which you wouldn't need to make like a super duper strong disciple. And then I can just check these sets real quick to see if they have any of the pills that I was looking for. Bane pill, sun pill, nirvana pill, no. Wood pill, no. Shield pill, eureka pill. Morrow pill, no. Nope. Alright, that's okay. I didn't even need that many pills. So now that I've done this, let me just cut to this chase and then focus on the original plan, which was to subspirit these Shendao artifacts. So there's 3 of these that aren't subspirited. So let's see. I have this one, and then this one. So now, as you can see, you can't see because I need to get this guy to have 20 out of 20 artifact mastery as well in order to be able to do this. So I need to increase this guy's learning speed. So let me go for the civil prosperity talisman because I need to consume lots and lots of eureka pills. So civil prosperity, and then I'll get my learn armor. It's called learn 1. Someone else must have it. It's on my Heaven's Son-in-law bear. And then I do need to panacea this guy because they have a horrible mood. Let's do 5 times panacea on them. Then I also need to increase their mental state, so I'll just do oblivion and comprehension. And then I need the heaven shrouding, not the oblivion and comprehension. That one is for, it's not for mental state, it's for cultivation speed, divine comprehension. And then I need the heaven shrouding talisman, which will reduce my cultivator's attainment temporarily. Then I guess I need a spirit seed as well, since that will reduce my cultivator's attainment as well. So hopefully all of these will help me get to 20 artifact mastery. They're being panacea'd now. Ooh, I wonder how bad these injuries are. Nope, they don't even have any bad injuries. Okay, so they're just doing panacea for no reason. Let's stop this. Like, what are you healing? Nothing. Alright, let's see. Let's remove this Oblivion Comprehension Talisman. Heaven Shrouding, Civil Prosperity, and then I do want to increase their mental state even more. I guess I'll use the Divine Comprehension since I'm not learning manuals right now. Now let's see what their learning speed is at. 247% is not super high at all. Not even halfway good, honestly. But let me just create this branch area for cultivation, which will also increase their learning speed. Actually, I can just do this like where they're at. But yeah, this is a full process just to add 3 more subspirits. So besides that, let's see what else I can do. Civil Prosperity, Divine Comprehension. So at maximum mental state, they have as much learning speed as they're going to get. And I have everything equipped for learning speed. Give me 1 second. Alright, now it's time for me to equip these Eureka pills that I have for this cultivator. So I remember that I had a stack of 10 Eureka pills and I only used 2, so this stack of 8 should be enough. I think they have like 4 slots. I wonder if this isn't giving them a branch bonus because they're a branch leader. So let me actually try to change the branch leader to somebody that would make more sense. Yeah, this guy has a really high attainment, so maybe that would be better. But this guy's a demigod, so they would get more points that way. Then I need to place them into the branch as well, so skipping steps. Where is Generation 2 Turtle? Oh, they are a branch leader at this branch, so let me remove them from this one. And then I should be able to add them as a branch leader here. Okay, and that removal didn't work, apparently. Alright, so now they're a branch member. Excuse me. So now that they're a branch member, they have this 40 stack bonus from the branch, and now let's see what their learning speed is at. 355%. I think this is pretty much as good as it's going to get, so let's just pop these Eureka pills and see how much inspiration we gain. We gain 12 million inspiration, and this is a demigod, so I can't just send them out into an agency to collect inspiration, sadly. So I am reduced to Eureka pills. Okay, I got a good amount of levels that way, and I didn't even have the Heaven Sent Talisman, or Heaven Shrouding Talisman toggled on, which is a big mistake on my part. So I mean, I'm definitely not going to save some of that. I think the sec sells Eureka pills though, so I should be good. I should be able to buy like as much as I need in order to get to 20 artifact mastery. So again, I'm going to pop these Eureka pills with my learning speed bonus. I hope that learning speed bonus registered. And then use this Heaven Shrouding Talisman. It doesn't look like it registered. Ah, that's so disrespectful. He must have like barely not been in the branch area. So what's the alternative for this? I think the alternative would be for me to ideally transcribe some manuals or something like that. I may need to save some of my game. Let's see. Yeah, that was 16 minutes ago, so I will lose 16 minutes of work. Ugh. Honestly, it wasn't that much work, but it's still bothersome. So their artifact mastery is 17 out of 23. Oh, are there manuals that I can use to actually just increase artifact mastery? They have like no attainment. Alright, my last attempt. I know that one of the Flood Dragon items will increase the artifact mastery, so I believe I have it on this guy. Yeah, the Flood Dragon horn. I should have multiple horns though, so let's see. Yeah, so this increases the artifact mastery by 3 levels. Hopefully it works. And it also increases like the stat and not just the cap. So let's see where we at. Nice, we're at 20 artifact mastery. Whoo! Oh, I got so lucky with that. Like that was so unfortunate that I popped those Eureka pills when I had half of the learning speed bonus, but luckily we're now at 20 artifact mastery. So let's see. Alright, now that we have possessed generation 2 turtle, we have replaced their addp value with the generation 1 turtle's addp value, and now we can continue to create these subspirits for artifacts for these different Shendao artifacts. And as you can see, I can now attach these massive epiphanies on these Shendao artifacts. So after many minutes of many hours of trying to figure this out, we finally got there. So the show shall continue. So I'm just going to continue to craft these 3 different artifacts, and then I guess I won't do a time skip. I'll just let you guys just watch me do this. Actually, this is taking a long time. Yeah, I'll just do a time skip. So I'm going to just craft out these 3. I'm going to craft this massive epiphany for artifact power on these remaining Shendao artifacts, and then I'm going to come back when that's done. So yeah, see you guys later. Alright, I'm back, and my generation 2 turtle, who is now actually my old subspirit turtle, just going to give him this little tag, is almost done creating the final Shendao artifact, or adding the final subspirit modifier on the Shendao artifact. So as you can see, even though this spiritual artifact was created by essentially 2 different cultivators, because they were used by the same body, they still work together. So let's see if we equip this right here, let's see, we equip these right here, you can see that they all fit in the same body. So even if I was to go to my Lady Cloud Disciple right here, okay, so Lady Cloud actually has the Needles of Tribulation, so let's remove the Needles of Tribulations and then just focus on the Shendao artifacts now that I can finally see what the subspirit gear set will look like in full. So as you can see, it says Lady Cloud has 12 out of 18 of generation 2 turtles gear or subspirit gear equipped, and then this would be like something that was made by the new generation 2 turtle, and then if I equip this, the number will go up to 13. And as you can see, now the number went up to 13, even though it was technically 2 different cultivators. They only care about the body that was used to create it. So now I'm just going to move forward and have Lady Cloud equip all of the Shendao artifacts, and then I'm going to turn on the legacy modifiers, and then upload them to the realm or whatever. So let me just pick up all these artifacts. Let's see, what is Lady Cloud doing? Because they just moved back and forth like 50 times. Did this one just pick up the artifact? Okay, yeah, that's not what I wanted to happen. So I'll have Lady Cloud pick up this artifact here. then I guess I'll create another cushion just because that interaction just annoyed me. I want to be able to have Lady Cloud just sit there where I want them to. So now that we've equipped all of these Shendao artifacts, and all these Shendao artifacts now have the subspirit set, now we have a full subspirit gear set of Shendao artifacts, which is extremely overpowered, and we have an artifact power bonus of 100,000%. And then now it's time for me to actually enable the legacy modifiers for all of the Shendao artifacts again. So let me move forward with doing that. But first let me assign Lady Cloud to this cushion, just because she's bothering me. I was like, can you just sit still, please? Alright, so now that Lady Cloud is on the cushion, my brain has a lot less clutter. So yeah, I'm gonna just go through all of my Shendao disciples and then just enable all of these legacy modifiers. So all these buildings that I have right here are the buildings that add legacy stacks to the Shendao artifacts, and you have to have them turned off in order to equip them, and then you can turn them back on when they're equipped. So if we go back into Lady Cloud and then we look at Shendao 1's artifact that was created, as soon as I find it, as you can see, it now has the full legacy artifact modifiers, and it also has that generation 2 turtles spiritual artifact modifier. And then actually I could even add yet another generation turtle 2 sacred relic, or what is it called, subspirited tool, I guess. I don't even know what to call it anymore, because I have 18 out of 18 and I have 19 out of 19. So let's see, I believe the spirit seed should be one of those, right? Okay, yeah, I know I wasn't going crazy. I'm missing something, missing the spirit seed. So that's even why my artifact power is even only 100,000. So now that we're pure yang, let's see, what is that? It's at 115,000% bonus. But let's just remove these artifacts just to be sure. I removed the Shendao 1's artifact. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to continue to re-equip the Shendao artifacts and then add the legacy modifiers. Then I'll come back to you guys when I'm done setting. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, now my Shendao Disciple has all 6 artifacts equipped, and they all have the legacy modifiers. So now what I really wanted to do was pretty much just test the power difference between like my Shendao with my Nimbus Disciple with the Shendao artifacts, and my Nimbus Disciple with Needles of Tribulation instead. So I actually took like an hour break in order to also set up a Nimbus Disciple, or the Nimbus Disciple with the Needles of Tribulations as well. But firstly, I'm going to move forward and upload this version of the Nimbus Disciple, which is the one that has the Shendao artifact. So let's just look at the stats real quick. So this guy has 6.9 million chi, and they have 2.6 million artifact power, but that's kind of inflated because I have the battle branch enabled, and that branch bonus is going to be removed once I upload them to the Heaven Echo, and I think that it will be reduced to around like 1.7 million. So that's around where their artifact power is at about. And then they have these 6 Dragon Feces Shendao artifacts that are also full subspirit set. So it's looking pretty beefy, honestly, and again, they are pure yang. So, and then besides that, I also had to take time to actually remove the spirit seed from my subspirit gear, because the spirit seed's bonuses don't apply in the Heaven Echo. So I had to swap that out for a Bear Demon's Fire, and to do that I just did a lifespan tribulation on this guy, and then I attached the subspirit and then removed it to reduce their base attainment by 3, since I really only need to reduce it by 2. So now moving forward, I'm going to equip all of the buffs that I would like to have on this disciple for when I have them upload into the Heaven Echo altar, just so that they can be like max power. So we're going to do Spirit Stone for regeneration, and then we're going to do Spirit Crystal for regeneration, and then we're also going to do a Divine Powder so that we can get a little bit more max chi. I think it gives like 100,000 max chi. And then I think that should be everything. Spirit Stone, Spirit Crystal. Oh, and then we need the Chi Regeneration Pill as well for regeneration. So this is just me just fully stacking out this Disciple. So now that all of those items are added and they have all of these boosted stats, I can now go forward and go into the Heaven Echo altar and then upload this Disciple, and then this should be essentially the strongest version of this Disciple yet. And of course I have beast mode enabled, and I have them using origin force as well. So now we're just waiting for this to load. I also wanted to rename this one, but I'll just keep it as the regular name and then rename the needle one. So let's just resonate with them and do a heaven link for Lady Cloud. I just like to kind of just bask in the glory of everything. And as you can see, the artifact power bonus is back down to 159,000%, and the artifact battle power, oh, it's 2.2 million. I was thinking that it would be like 1.7. Bad math. But anyways, I'm going to do heaven link, and now this Disciple is linked, and I'm going to take note in terms of this spirit card. So it's 1C53A. So now I can summon myself to fight myself. So now that that's done, I'm going to leave, and then I'm going to exit and then go into my other save in which I had this same setup but with Needles of Tribulation. It's kind of like a cooking show where they're like, we're going to put this in the oven. Oh wait, it's already done. So yeah, that's what I'm getting at. And then I'm going to start off by having my Needle of Tribulation guy fight my Shendao guy, and then have my Shendao guy go and fight the guy with the Needles of Tribulation, because I just want to make sure that everything is like a 1-to-1. Because someone did comment that maybe because I'm the one attacking, I'm actually doing like more damage than I'm supposed to. So I just want to test out that theory as well. So this is my save where I have the Needles of Tribulation set up. And I'm going to load this one up. So okay, load up game please. Alright, so now as you can see on this save file, the Shendao artifacts are on the ground. So let me rename this one Lady Cloud Needle. Lady Cloud Needle. I tried. Okay, so now that this Disciple actually has these legacy artifacts called the Needles of Tribulation, which have an average of 120 battle power, but I can now upload them. However, the Needles of Tribulation damage is based on how close your age is to your lifespan. So I actually did go forward and use my Excel sheet, which I have for calculating my desired age for my Needles of Tribulation to have the maximum bonus. So my Disciple has a 2,626 lifespan. So I just enter that in, and then I just have this formula to reverse engineer the formula, and then just kind of figures out what my goal age should be based on my goal multiplier. So if I wanted to get a multiplier of 2.4, then I need a 2,573 age, and if I want to go multiplier 2.3, then I get 2,572, and then 2.5 I would need the math. So if I wanted 2.49, I would need 2,620 age. So that would be a little bit overkill maybe, I guess, but I don't know, maybe I would just die while walking. So maybe I'll just go for like a 2.48 multiplier instead of for this 2,615 age. So currently what I'm doing in order to increase my Shendao's age is I have origin force on, which drastically increases the rate of which Yao Guai is aged, and then if you use the meditation miracle on top of that, then that will also have that same effect. So these effects are just going to stack on top of each other, and you can easily reach your desired age. So again, I'm going for a desired age of 2,615 out of 2,626. So I'm just going to let my game run, and as you can see, my age is at 2,400 and it's slowly rising. And this is pretty much how you maximize the power of a Needle Tribulation. Now obviously, if you have more age, if you have more lifespan, then you have more wiggle room for the age, because as you can see, I still have 100 years left, and this gives me a 2.4 bonus, which effectively multiplies my power by 3.4. So it's still pretty good. Whereas if you had like a lower age, I can show you what that would look like, or lower lifespan, sorry. If you had lower lifespan, so if you had like a 50 lifespan, then your goal age would be 49.8 in order to get the same bonus. So you have zero room to actually like live out your life while you have that 2.48 bonus. So you want a higher bonus, and you want to have more lifespan to spare than you, or you want to have more age to spare, then you would use this method of having like higher lifespan and higher age. So again, I'm going for 2.615. So I want to slow down my game as I start to approach that value. So I'm at 2.608, and I do still need to eat those items that I ate on my other Shendao, so I don't want to die while I'm trying to eat those items. So let me first consume these items. So what I did last time was a Spirit Stone. So where's Lady Cloud at? Oh, their name got changed. Spirit Crystal. Excuse me. I'm clicking everywhere. So now I get the Spirit Crystal, and then what was the other thing that I had? I had the Divine Powder for additional Chi, and then I had the Chi Regeneration Pill. Yeah, I believe that was everything. Spirit Stone, Spirit Crystal, Divine Powder, and then the Chi Regeneration Pill. And then I would say that this amount of artifact power bonus is a little bit less than realistic, because even if I had the Needles of Tribulation, I should at least have a level 5 subspirit gear set, because that just requires 12 items. But so maybe if the Needle of Tribulation comes close, but I don't really see it coming close to the other guys, so it's probably not even worth for me to even explore that. So anyways, so I'm gonna let my disciple eat, and now they're back on their cushion. So let's do this meditation again and get to that sweet spot, 2,615. So we're at 2,609, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now that we have 2,616 age now, we are looking at least a 2.48 bonus on our artifact battle power. And this guy already has an artifact power bonus of, or artifact battle power of 782,000 with just on the tooltip. So if we take that number, we can calculate how much artifact power they actually have. So what was that number? I literally just said it out loud and forgot it. Let me go to this artifact page again, and we're at 782, and then we just want to multiply that 3.48. So this one has a 2.721 artifact power bonus. So it's not even that big of a bonus compared to the other one. So this one definitely seems like it's going to lose. So anyways, I'm just going to move forward and upload this disciple as well, and then fight myself twice just for fun. And then in the next video, I'll continue finishing up the final things that you would need to do for like a singular Shendao. But for now, I'm just very curious and interested in this. So I just want to double check that my attainment is negative, so that I'm on pure yang. So now that I double check that, I'll do resonate, and then I'll have a link this version. So this one is 1C53B. So let me write that down, 1C53B, and this is just one iteration from the last one. So the last one was 1C53A, this one's 1C53B. So I should now be able to challenge myself. So let's do invite 1C53 3A, and now I have Lady Cloud, the original version, and then they still have the Shendao artifacts equipped, and then they have this 2.2 million artifact power, whereas this guy has a 2.7 million artifact power bonus. So let's just challenge and then see what happens, I guess. Needles of Tribulations versus Shendao artifacts. Let's see who wins. Yeah. This doesn't even look close. Wow. Yeah. Shendao artifacts are just doing too much. I'm sorry, Needles of Tribulation. I wanted you to be so good, but you're not better than the Shendao artifacts. I think that really concludes it, because that was such a decisive win. But I'll actually go back into my other disciple and see what happens, even though I already know what will happen. But that was just interesting. But overall, I would say Needles of Tribulation is still the best artifact that you can get early game, but that should be equalized if you're watching my guide on the Shendao artifact creation, because you should be able to make a Shendao artifact in about, I want to say, like 80 to 120 days, but you can really make 6 Needles of Tribulations in like 40 days instead. So Needles of Tribulation are still really good for early game. So now I'm going to go back and then go into my other save, in which I'm using my Shendao Disciple, and then I'm going to load up the Needle of Tribulation one, just to make sure that nothing weird was happening on my end. And so let's see. So I have my Lady Cloud right here, and she has all of the bonuses that she needs, and the artifact power bonus is 2.2 million. So let's enter this and then go and challenge our future selves, I guess, our Needles of Tribulation version of self. But yeah, as you can see, Nimbus Disciples are just very overpowered, and then when you couple them with Shendao artifacts, it gets crazy because the artifacts are doubled up, so they just have all of these legacy modifiers that are just doubling and directly hitting the body and all that other good stuff. So I don't need the Heaven Link because I already have them Heaven Link, so I'm just going to do invite, and it's 1C4 3B, and you have to do all caps. 1C4 3B. Okay, that was the wrong one. Oh, it was a 1C5 3B. Okay, so now we have Lady Cloud with the Needles of Tribulation, and they have their, oh, so their artifact powers are reduced from them being out of the battle area as well. So their artifact power is about the same as the other guy then, because this is about like what, 2.4 million. So let's do a challenge and, you know, humble the Needles of Tribulations yet again. Let's see, I feel like they're putting up a little bit more of a fight. Oh, never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Poor Needles of Tribulation. Alright, so now I want to move forward and fight pretty much what I consider to be the final boss of ACS. So I just need to figure out where's the code for that disciple. Let's see. I know what player in Discord has it, and it's this player that just put in a lot of work into making a pre-GC Sunpill Cultivator. And okay, so I see the code. So the code to fight pretty much the strongest disciple that you'll find is 1C3DB. Right. So this is Amplify's disciple, and this disciple right here has 6.6 million artifact battle power. They have really high chi capacity and chi recovery, but that doesn't really matter because their battle power is just super high. And then besides that, if you go into their inspiration menu, they have 1400 attainment, or 1400 manuals. They have 62 artifact mastery, and they just have like a lot of work from farming like all of the friendship manuals that they could have. And then besides that, this is also a pre-GC Sunpill cultivator, so if you go into their stats, you'll see that their max chi is 100 million, and this is just all made by like one player. And this guy actually ended up making like multiple cultivators like this. And then besides that, they also have a subspirit gear set for artifact power, it seems. So this is all just super powerful. And then all of their artifacts have gone through the Heavenly Reforged, which increases their artifact power to 420. And you can do a Heavenly Reforged, which will increase your artifact power by, I believe, 2% for each one by surviving a demigod tribulation while having the artifact equipped. So yeah, I'm working a really steep hill on this one, and I already know that I'm going to lose, but it's going to be fun to at least try. And then they have 29 barrier power, which is also insane. So let's just start off with challenging them, and then let's humble ourselves. So this guy doesn't even have anywhere close to as much barrier power they have, so that's where they lose anyways. And then they only have like 1/10 of their chi. Let's see if I can like possibly click them. Actually, doesn't seem like I can. I'm struggling. Okay, so if I hit this button right here, then it should tell me the tile which they're on. Okay, so now we're in a battle of my Shendao Disciple with the Shendao artifacts versus this one. They're actually doing significantly better than the last time when I tried to fight this guy, mainly because of these legacy artifact modifiers that are making the Shendao artifact attack the body. So this is actually really interesting. And then my chi capacity is actually lowered as well. Oh wow. Does it look like I'm about to beat the ultimate disciple? This is pretty insane. Yeah, that legacy modifier is too overpowered, the one that makes your artifact attack the body directly, because that's really what's happening. So my Shendao is surviving through a war of attrition right now because they are just defensively sound now that they have Shendao artifacts, which drastically reduced their chi capacity to chi recovery ratio. Before, because I promoted them to a demigod, they actually gained a lot of chi capacity, and that made my Shendao way weaker defensively. But now it looks like they're doing a really good job, and defensively they're not even losing chi, honestly. And I can't even, wow, I'm actually stunned, because the last time I tried to fight this guy, it was a big struggle, and now it seems like these Shendao artifacts they're just really helping out. And then they have poop artifacts as well, so I'm wondering how that will help, how that will work out. So it actually looks like Lady Cloud is winning against what I consider to be the strongest disciple, huh? So now I'm wondering, because I know that Amplify was able to beat Sex on Tribulation 9 settings, so now I'm wondering to what degree could this disciple fight Tribulation 9 Sex. And I already know if I go into like a sect right now, this is the vanilla gameplay, which is like the easiest difficulty ever, I would just probably just absolutely destroy a sect with these artifacts. So I don't know, I'm just very curious about that as well. So this is just a very interesting fight to go through. But Amplify actually does have yet another cultivator that's just super strong. That's a body cultivator, so I'm gonna fight that guy and see if Lady Cloud Shendao version can be humbled with Long Chen. That's the name of that one. So let's see. I need to come through the Discord to see what's up with that. What was this one's code? This was 1C3DP. Wow. Congratulations. Congratulations to Lady Cloud. I'm so sorry for doubting you. You did a really great job of beating that superly overpowered, like the strongest Shendao disciple I've seen. So I guess I have now made the strongest Shendao disciple in the game, I guess, or at least what I consider to be from what I see so far. So let's see. Now that I beat and Amplifys Shendao cultivator, let's see if I can beat his body cultivator, because his body cultivator is also very min-maxed in the same way that the Shendao cultivator was. Wow, I really just beat that 1 million chi cultivator. That is insane. So this is Long Chen. Long Chen is a body cultivator, and they have 17 million attack power, and they are just maxed out. I can't even see what their stats are, but they have 95% global dodge. So I'm expecting this to be a no difference fight. The only chance that I have against this fight is that, one, I'm using poop artifacts. So poop artifacts are really dangerous towards body cultivators because they damage their willpower a lot, and two, I have artifacts that are duplicating themselves. So just the more artifacts, the merrier when it comes to body cultivators, because they have a really high global dodge percentage, so they have a really high chance to dodge things. So if you want to just have as many artifacts on the field as possible, so that's what makes Nimbus Disciples also pretty good for fighting body cultivators. So let's start this fight and see how it goes. Pretty much I'm expecting to get one shot. Yep, I got one shot, but I actually did take around like half of that guy's health. So let's see what happens if I actually try to, like, and when I say try, I mean like when I actually like try to kite, which is, I guess, it's cheating, because like on the other end the player can't really kite, or they can't kite at all. So let's just see what happens when I actually try to defeat them. But obviously if Amplify was able to load up this guy and then fight me on himself, he would drastically win. But yeah, you can hit shift to like do a dodge when you're battling in this realm, so that can just kind of help out a little bit. Oh, I beat Long Chen as well. Nice. Wow, this cultivator is amazing. So yeah, if you, I feel like the greatest right now, honestly, because I beat Long Chen, and then I beat I forgot the other one's name. It was like QingYuan. I beat Amplify's strongest cultivators on my Shendao Disciple. That's such a great feeling, but also scary, because I'm like, wow, this one is super overpowered. So yeah, you definitely do not want to sleep on Shendao cultivators, and I mean, I challenge anyone watching this who wants to try to go up to this challenge and fight this cultivator. Is going to be really hard, just based on what we saw. Maybe only Long Chen is the one that can beat that one, honestly. So let's just see how well they dominate sex now, because my mouth is just watering. I want blood, I want to kill everything. Wow, I am just super impressed. I want to pick one of the sects that I perceive to be strong. I would say Wudang sect always seems like it's a pretty strong sect, but I don't know if they even have a formation, honestly, so maybe not them. Oh, Mount Pitfall for sure. Yeah, that's a sect that just seems like they're strong. They're like a very evil sect. Like, I hope they just have a really good formation, some strong elders, but it shouldn't even matter. I just beat Long Chen and then the minmaxed pre-GC Sunpill Disciple. That's insane. Oh, I feel so good about that. So yeah, if you want to learn how to make the best Shendao Disciple, this is it. This is peak Shendao for sure. There's like no doubt in my mind after this point. The only thing that would make this even better is if I did Heavenly Reforges on these artifacts, and which I could do. So if I could just learn how to do that, then I could increase these artifacts by 72% base power. So I think that they would go from 232 to, let's see, 232 times 1.72 to 400 artifact power. So that would be insane, honestly. So let's just start this and just hope that the fight doesn't end as soon as it starts. And I mean, okay, this is the formation right here. Let's see what the formation is looking like, and let's also focus the formation. Yeah, I mean, super quick. Woo! Yeah. So I think that sums up my interlude in the Shendao tutorial part of my ACS Vanilla series, and now we know what's the strongest type of disciple and how to make the strongest disciple. You definitely want to have a Nimbus Disciple with Shendao artifacts, and then if you want to beat this one right here that I have, you will have to make it be a pre-GC Sun Pillar, and you will probably also need to have Heavenly Reforges. But honestly, if this disciple was also a pre-GC Sun Pillar and they had the Heavenly Reforges on top of that, then I don't even imagine any other disciple being able to beat it. So yeah, so I just wanted to do a small interlude just to point out that not only is my Lady Cloud disciple also overpowered and able to pretty much just beat every disciple in the Heaven Echo Altar, they're also able to do 1 billion tribulations. And I was able to figure this out by, you know, just talking to people in the Discord, and then one other player was telling me about how they had a Nimbus disciple that had 4 million chi, and they were able to do 1 billion tribulations with Shendao artifacts. So mine has 7 million chi and Shendao artifacts. So I'm just going to show you guys pretty much how quickly this disciple can do 1 billion tribulations. So I already did 18 tribulations, and by the way, Shendao disciples, they get double the subspirits from doing tribulation. So I already have 62 subspirits. I'm already about to pretty much max out on my subspirits, and I'm just farming inspiration and Heavenly Reforges at this point. And then I can also show you guys what Heavenly Reforges look like. So right here, as you can see, my Shendao artifacts, they now have 278 power, and that's because they've gone through 10 Heavenly Reforges out of 36 Heavenly Reforges. So I'm going to do, and to do a Heavenly Reforge, you have to go through a demigod tribulation. So specifically the tribulation that you will get at a demigod bottleneck, and you have to do that with an artifact equipped, and that will make the artifact stronger. So as you can see, my Shendao is just chopping through this tribulation, and they are taking a little bit of damage, but I have enough heals to get through it, and it's pretty much not even a problem. And then of course I have my handy dandy wall, which I can use to patch them up. Then I just go to breakthrough, and then go to the tribulation again. It's a fire one. So yeah, I'm just getting through these Heavenly Reforges, and then I can show you guys also what my Shendao artifact looks like after doing that one. So now my Shendao artifact is at 283 artifact power. So this is just increasing my artifact power by 2% per reforge. So I'm actually going to go forward and do all 36 of these Heavenly Reforges, and then start the next video after that. So the next video will be pretty much fast forward in a couple of days after this video, after the video that I just did. And then besides that, I did actually go back and then do like some rematches with Long Chen, and then I realized that I actually don't even need to like do shift a lot. So let me just go into here real quick just to show you guys what that looks like. So pretty much my Shendao disciple was just able to just do a mass amount of damage to the body cultivator, and just pretty much like one shot them. I don't know why they didn't one shot them that one time, but they pretty much are able to do it now with the Shendao artifact. So I'm just going to Heaven Echo Altar, then I resonate, and then I do summon, and I invite Long Chen, who is 1C3D5. Then I can bring Long Chen in, and then of course they still have the 17 million artifact power, and then I just hit challenge. Then if we go through this fight again, pretty much just win instantly. So yeah, this disciple is the one. This is the strongest disciple I've seen so far in the game, and the only way to make it stronger is for me to do these Heavenly Reforges. And then besides that, if they were a pre-GC Sunfield Pill Cultivator with 100 million battle power, 100 million mass chi, then I would believe that would be the true pinnacle of Shendao. And then I think that also proves that Shendao is the strongest cultivation style in this game, and a lot stronger than BC, just based on how quickly my Shendao disciple was able to just kill that min-maxed body cultivator. And I'm missing about 93 million max chi. So yeah, that is my conclusion and my TED talk, and sorry for the intermission, but thank you if you stayed this long to also watch this extra segment, and I'll see you guys after I finish these Heavenly Reforges and continue explaining the other things that you can do with Shendao disciples later. Thank you for watching. I hope you were entertained from this, and I'm so happy that I hope you were entertained by this as much as I am entertained right now. You can hear it in my voice that I'm just so happy about that. I'm just so excited by that outcome, even though it did take me like an hour of extra work to set it up. But yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something, or I hope you at least enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next video, where I'll show you guys pretty much how to set up a min-maxed, or maybe not min-maxed disciple, but like a Shendao disciple that's using their artifact for themselves, and pretty much just how to make a Shendao disciple fully powered. And I'm only going to do this with one disciple because the process that follows after you finish creating your mental state in your divine realm is really like vigorous and kind of annoying. So I'm definitely not doing that with cis disciples. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.